Hello, welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. This morning I would like to read a writing by Jason Gray titled, "Reality is not made of particles, it is made of perception." They had you convinced. They told you that reality is built from particles, tiny masses of swirling electrons, atoms bound by fundamental forces, equations that dictate existence itself. They taught you that everything you see, touch, and feel is governed by the immutable laws of physics, that the universe operates independently of you, cold and indifferent, an intricate machine grinding forward in time. You were conditioned to believe that you are merely an observer, a collection of molecules arranged by chance, existing briefly in the vast machinery of the cosmos before dissolving back into the void. What if I told you that this is a lie? What if I told you that reality is not composed of particles at all? That everything you have been taught about matter, about objects, about the solidity of the world around you, is nothing more than a scaffolding of thought, a framework imposed upon your mind to keep you from seeing the deeper truth. The universe is not made of atoms. It is not made of energy. It is made of perception. The deception of the material world. Close your eyes for a moment. What happens to the world? The scientist will tell you that it remains as it is, that the chair in your room still exists, that the mountains still stretch across the earth, that the sky still swirls with clouds, whether you look at it or not. But this is nothing more than an assumption, a belief. The only thing you have ever known, the only thing you can ever verify, is your experience. That which is seen, touched, tasted, heard, felt. This alone is real. The objective world, the one that supposedly exists outside of perception, has never been directly experienced by anyone. Think about it. Every scientific instrument, every microscope, every telescope, every particle accelerator is merely an extension of perception. It takes something unseen and translates it into an image, a pattern, a signal that is then perceived. Even the most complex data, the equations describing quantum mechanics, are nothing more than symbols understood only when a mind interprets them. Where then is this objective world that supposedly exists beyond perception? It is nowhere. It is an illusion. The fabric of reality is awareness. Your entire life, you have mistaken the map for the territory. You have been shown models, descriptions, theories, yet none of these things are reality itself. They are ideas, constructs. They are reflections upon the surface of consciousness, ripples in the ocean of awareness. You were told that light exists as electromagnetic waves, yet no one has ever seen a wave of electromagnetic radiation. All we experience is color, a phenomenon that exists only in the mind. There is no red in the outside world, no blue, no green. There are only wavelengths, invisible and meaningless, until they are translated into perception. And what about sound? There are no actual sounds in the physical world, only vibrations in the air. A falling tree in an empty forest does not make a sound unless there is a mind present to experience it. Taste, touch, smell. Every sensation you have ever had is not the world itself, but an interpretation of something beyond comprehension. This leads to an inescapable conclusion. There is no reality outside of perception. There never was. What you call the world is not an independent structure built from atoms and forces. It is a construct of consciousness, an ever-changing experience with an infinite field of awareness. The observer created the observed. Quantum physics has long hinted at this truth, yet even the greatest scientific minds hesitate to embrace its full implications. In the famous double-slit experiment, a particle behaves as a wave when unobserved, existing in a state of pure potential, but the moment it is measured, it chooses a definite position. Reality does not collapse into existence until it is observed. What does this mean? It means that the act of perception does not merely witness reality, it creates it. This is the fundamental nature of existence. The observer and the observed are not separate things. They are one and the same. The universe is not a machine moving forward in time. It is an unfolding dream, and you are both the dreamer and the dreamed. The illusion of the body. You have been taught to believe that you are a body, a biological machine made of cells and neurons, navigating a physical landscape. If the world outside of you is made of perception, then what of your own form? Look at your hands. Feel the weight of your body, the breath moving in and out of your lungs. Are these things truly physical, or are they also perceptions, sensations within the field of your awareness? You have never actually seen your own face. You have only seen reflections, photographs, images that exist within your perception. The very thing you call yourself is nothing more than a cluster of experiences, constantly shifting, existing only as long as they are observed. When you fall asleep, where does your body go? Does it cease to exist, or does it simply fade from awareness? If you were to awaken in a dream, fully conscious, would you still believe your dream body to be real? Would you see that it was merely a form appearing within awareness? Then what makes the waking world different? Sorry. Then what makes the waking world different? Escaping the dream of matter. All limitations are born from the illusion of an external reality. The moment you believe the world exists outside of you, you become a prisoner of it. You believe in its rules, its constraints, its unyielding laws. But the moment you awaken, the moment you realize that perception itself is the foundation of all things, the walls of this prison begin to crumble. You are not bound by physics. You are not bound by time. You are not bound by anything except your own beliefs about reality. This is why mystics have supposedly walked on water, why saints have supposedly performed miracles, why shamans have supposedly transcended space and time. It is not that they defied reality, it is that they understood it was never made of matter to begin with. You are the source. What then does this make you? You are not a mere human. You are not a body. You are not an entity moving through a pre-existing universe. You are awareness. You are the awareness in which all things arise. The trees, the sky, the stars, all of it exists within you. Not within your body, not within your brain, but within the field of consciousness that is your true nature. There was never an outside world. There was never a universe separate from you. There is only this eternal moment, this ever-unfolding experience, this infinite dance of perception, and you are the source of it all. You are not in the universe. The universe is in you. Jason Gray. I love to think about this stuff. I always have since I was a child. And through time, as I've read a lot of books and thought about these concepts a lot, I've come to see things very similarly to Jason. And I think that that's something that the powers that be have tried to hide from us, is how powerful we are, because they know that we co-create our reality. And they're afraid of us taking our power back. And that's ultimately what we need to do. But yeah, I know that what I pay attention to in my life grows and expands. And I understand that I get to choose what I pay attention to. And that is us, that's me using my consciousness to create the world that I choose to inhabit. And I don't pretend that I can control everything, because I know I can't. But it's so true that the observer, quantum physics is proving now that when things are observed, their wave formation collapses into something physical, but before it's observed, it's a wave, and the particles could be, anywhere, and it's not until an observer observes them that they become a standing wave and stop where that observer sees them. And so we are infinitely powerful, and I believe that the divine spark that we all have in us, which is a little bit of God, a little bit of the universe, or creator, or source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. I believe that is how we are connected to consciousness. It is consciousness, maybe. And that is the observer. And it's all just such a wonderfully mysterious thing. But I know that there are those who have understood it more through time in history, like Tesla. And I think that, I think that we need to take our power back and realize that we are co-creating the reality of this world, and we need not be fearful. Because when we're fearful, we are able to be manipulated, and we create from a distorted place. And so it's important that we take time each day to be in nature, to ground ourselves, to contemplate, and to meditate. That's something that I always want to do more of. And to breathe and to be here now, because now is the only time there ever really is. Thank you.